Good morning. It is I, the Jane Goodall of gamers.
They don't know what that means.
And you, they can figure it out, and you, my companion. And today we are going through the jungles of gamerdom, and we are uncovering the mysteries. We're gonna document the scientific mysteries of the gamer mind. Welcome to Game Zone. Welcome to, and then you call the video, I made my girlfriend do a podcast.
Oh my god.
And then you get all the clicks.
1,000 clicks, yeah.
It's tea review with your pal, except, right, here's the problem. That, mate, tell us what that is.
It's a coffee. Decaf.
It's decaf coffee, which is like the opposite of tea.
It's iced coffee, which is why it's so frothy. It's currently 11 p.m. and I didn't want to have a caffeinated beverage.
I got tea in a monkey.
Yeah.
Because I'm the Jane Goodall of gamers.
I got a Star Trek mug because Sam bought it for me ages ago, and then Sam got that for his birthday ages ago, so...
I thought I was given the Star Trek
No,
mug.
you bought me the Star Trek mug. It was for Christmas, I think, actually.
No, it wasn't.
You know that Christmas when you got me all the pins?
I wouldn't have bought
Because
you
you got me
Star
that.
Trek mug.
No, it was with I think you got me at the same time as a Lord of the Rings ball.
Really?
Yeah, I got a Lord of the Rings ball
I
and
thought
mug,
it was
and I
my
got
Star
that.
Trek mug.
I got you a Star Trek advent calendar that one year. That's definitely yours. And there's an
Why
espresso
would you have
cup.
a Star Trek mug?
Because we both
What's
like
that shit
Star
called?
Trek. Oh my god. No, we're not doing
What's
this.
it called?
No, we're not doing this.
Okay, what about that one?
Sam! Not everybody knows the name of everybody testicle in Star Trek.
I know every testicle in Star Trek.
I know.
No, that's the trick. They're all William Shatners.
Well, the thing
Well,
is,
some are Rikers.
When Sam's parents came to visit us a few weeks ago, they brought home like a load of stuff that Sam had as a kid. One of them was a Star Trek encyclopedia.
Wait,
like
where's my Patrick Stewart gone?
I don't know where you
Have
put
you
it.
moved him?
No, you moved him. You're like, oh, I need to tidy up, and then you'll hide
Some
everything.
kids
so
had
we can't
Action
find
Men,
it.
and I had figures of Patrick
He
Stewart.
did have figures of Patrick
Engage.
Stewart.
Engage.
Yes.
Right, so we've got to address the elephant in the room here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a clue. I'm going to bollocks you.
Oh.
Right? We've been watching The Boys.
Yep.
Which I don't think we've ever we haven't talked about, because we've only been watching it for like 3 days.
Yeah, we kind of like been shooting through it, really.
And we're up to like season 3.5. We've just watched Hero Gasm, one of the most iconic Boys episodes, I think.
Yeah, that was the last episode we watched.
And you've had a criticism from day one, and that is Billy Butcher and his accent and his expressions. Like, for example, dropping a growler in there, are we? When a man's taking a poo-poo. However, this is the big reveal.
Yeah, so this is the big... I've got beef right now.
Also, we've got a gimmick for today's episode.
But we'll talk about that later.
Which we'll talk... It's eating a load of food. So if you love mukbang, you're going to love this.
You said you're not going to see us, so it's a terrible mukbang.
Do you want to say something first before I go into my great reveal?
What? About Dexter Feldo? Or...
Oh, no, start there, please. Start there.
Okay, so because Dexter Feldo, I complained about this in my private chat, and Dexter Feldo was like, no, I've heard people talk about poo as growlers. A growler is a vagina.
I've only ever heard that.
Ever heard it as a vagina.
However, I just had a conversation with somebody on Discord from London who said, and I quote, Billy Butcher does a good job. They said that, yes, the expression, I'm going to bollocks you, is legitimate and above board, and you would hear it in Hackney. And he's also said that the term growler can also mean to use as a dump. Therefore, all your criticisms
No, not all of my criticisms.
William Butcher, the man, the myth, the legend, are null and void, because apparently, Carl Urban's doing a fine job for a Kiwi playing an Englishman written by Americans doing an Australian accent. He's doing a great job.
Look, I'm going to say this right now. The accent in the first season especially, but in all of them, it's still not good in my opinion, but it's like almost passable. Now
Season 1 was
dreadful. It was actually like for the first couple of episodes I was just sat there whenever he came on screen I was like, that accent is bad.
And they specifically make him say the most stereotypical, over-exaggerated stuff to really emphasise this man is British, because British people don't go around, alright, here, apples and pears, Rosie and Jim, how's it going there, me old mucker, me old chuck? And this guy, like, goes out of his way to do it.
It's like when this auntie is involved in the story, her accent is diabolical.
What's that, season 2, when they're hiding from Black Noir?
You're going to have to accept spoilers for this, because it's a show's been out for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
We haven't watched the most recent one, so
yeah, they're stopping with his auntie, who's played by, very obviously, an American woman, because she does that thing all American accents all American actors do is they do an Australian accent, thinking that's how British people
It
sound.
doesn't sound Australian. And it is actually, like, awful. Like, the crazy thing was, though, when his mum turned up, we were both, like, scared, and then she said, Jesus Christ, and I was like, no, this is a woman who's British.
Yeah.
And she was British.
And then they get bloody John Noble to play his dad, who a lot of people might know as Denethor from Lord of the Rings.
And he's not British.
He's not British. Could you imagine if they've got Bernard Hill to play his dad instead, the man who played Theoden? I understand that Éomer is not Theoden's son, but it would have been a better connection than the Steward of Gondor.
I think it would have been really
It
distracting.
would have been really bizarre, yeah.
But yes, it is. I cannot. I cannot stand the way that he speaks in like every situation. I will level with you. Butcher is my least favourite character in the whole show. He has reasons for the way he is. It doesn't mean I like him.
Is the show what you expected it would be?
It's fine. I don't know if it had.
No, I'm not asking for a bloody rating 1 to 10. I'm saying a lot of is it based on what you'd seen prior? Does it meet your expectations? Is it the type of show that you expected it to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So now, but think of it this way: the way that I've seen this show is through memes, through an explanation of the memes in the show by a YouTuber, and by right-wing people on Reddit not liking it. That's how I've heard about this show.
I think that lines up.
So this is how I've kind of been introduced to it. I expected a lot of violence because I've seen Invincible and everyone was like, oh, it's the boys again. So I was like, okay. Yeah, it's fine. I don't hate the show. I don't particularly love it. I wouldn't call it my favourite show or anything like that.
No, I would fucking hope not. That would be bizarre, especially after season 4 when we get to that.
I can't wait for I can't say this word on YouTube, the grapes season. That's going to be really good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that word.
When Yui gets grapes a lot.
Yeah, he really does, doesn't he? He really loves his...
It's funny, because
really
it's a
loves his
man.
wine.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that season got a lot of criticism for that.
Deserved.
Probably got a lot of flack.
Deserved criticism.
So everybody has birthdays in August.
Yeah.
Which is why we've been away.
Yes, there's just everyone.
Everyone has had a birthday. Every weekend in August we've done something. And this is the first weekend in a long, long time that nothing's happened. And then in between that, I've had to go and get like x-rays. Mabel has been ill, and now every single day we have to administer... we have to fist fight her to be able to administer medication. She needs eardrops, so we have to quite literally pin her down. Luckily, she's not a fucking aggressive dog. We don't have to muzzle her. She's just like... She gets real scared and runs under the table.
We are working on it before we get people in the comments. Yes, I am trying to desensitize her, but we haven't got a choice. She needs it doing now.
Yeah.
Or there could be some real serious damage to her eardrums.
She's a spooked little fella. So that's been a real laugh. And then we put down the floor.
Yeah,
the floor looks lovely.
Did we talk about that in the last episode? That Mabel dug up the carpet and now we've had to put down a floor?
Oh, did we mention that? I don't know. I've complained about it so much everywhere else that I don't remember if we mentioned it. Yeah, the dog decided one day, fuck this carpet, and ripped it up, like, from the floor. So that's good. So I tore all that out and ripped up the underlay and then put in some lovely floorboards, which are very nice to walk on, and they look very fancy. They were very expensive.
They do look good. We put them down ourselves because we didn't want to pay any more money to have somebody do it.
I'm fucking glad I did put them down myself.
Because we saw pictures of it and they did such
the
a good
website
job.
that we bought the boards from, right? They do a fitting service, and this woman put up a picture of her floor, and she's like, "Oh, I really love my new floor. Thanks to Callum for fitting them or whatever, Callum the fitter." And you look at it and they just look like total gash. You got like H patterns, don't worry about it. The way pattern you lay the floor and it looks unsightly. They've like got all the light
That's the wording
planks.
that they say, don't put it in H pattern because it's unsightly. And you know what, I agree, it does look unsightly now that I've seen it.
They've got like all these, you're supposed to stagger them to make them look a bit more natural, like you got different sizes of planks and shit.
Well, Brev did it like where he had like H pattern at the top and H pattern at the bottom, and all the middle panels were like wonky and weird.
And then you got like all the panels of the same colour bunched together and different. It looks like shit. And honestly, the way I've done it, I'm happy with it. I think I did a fucking good job.
Good.
So I'm happy with it. I'm fine. I'm good. And I saved myself a fortune. It took me a lot of time and it was exhausting, but that shit was great.
Well, now we know we can just do that though.
Hell yeah. And I think that's a mindset more people need to have. When you put your mind to things, you can do anything. Speaking of putting your mind to things and doing anything, the battery on the microphone isn't going to last super long today because it hasn't been charged up properly in ages. So, should we move on to the gimmick of today's episode? So,
Chocolino.
you ever heard of Kinder, the German, Swiss company, German?
European,
That-
vaguely.
Vaguely European chocolate brand
We know it's European.
who do things like Kinder Buenos and Kinder. What are those called? Minis.
I forget what they're called, but they are another Kinder thing.
Loads of Kinder stuff. I'm sure we've eaten Kinder stuff on the channel before. There's a shop called Iceland in the UK. Must have probably talked about it at some point. They sell
They're cheap.
cheap
basically.
food, cheap freezer food, right? And on their website, they suddenly started selling an entire lineup. They have ripped off every goddamn Kinder chocolate ever.
And some extras.
And they're all like £1. So I was like, you know what? This will make for an interesting tier review. So I bought them all.
I hope that they taste good because I'm going to be disappointed because we've got a lot of these to eat now.
So we did try, spoilers, one.
Yes.
Because you cooked a cake and you were
I
like, maybe these
baked
would
a
be
cake
nice
for someone's
around the
birthday.
edge. For someone's birthday. And then you baked a lovely vegan cake for someone's birthday.
Yep.
And then we put some around the edge, and then we tried them, and they were fucking dreadful. So I can't wait
Just for
this.
reference, they're not vegan. I put for the people who weren't vegan, they had regular Kinder around the edges, and then I left
You left a
part of
gap,
the cake
yeah.
for the vegan person.
But these are dreadful, so I'm really looking
well,
forward to this.
these ones might not be.
These might be fine. It was the wafer specifically.
These ones, the only ones that are open. These
the
are
not
dreadful.
Kinder Buenos, yeah.
But yes, they also have not Snickers and not M&Ms in their bunch of not. How are we gonna? Just out of. How are we gonna have? Are we just gonna have a spoonful of Chocolino?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well,
of course, it's
okay.
not Nutella.
Yay!
Do you want to show some of the other stuff we've got just before we crack it all open?
Sure.
There's salted caramel.
Yeah.
Kinder Buenos?
Which I don't think those are a thing here. If there are
No.
in other countries, but they're
Never
not
heard of
here. We've got big packs of these, but they're just the same thing.
Same
again, so-
shit, so we're not going to open those.
Yeah, we've got
Those are a
Chocolino
rip-off
mini
of Kinder
biscuits.
again.
I think they are.
I've seen those before.
And then these ones are a rip-off of a Nutella bar, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're right.
So we'll see how that goes, because we've had a Kinder box on Elise and Sam before. But the video's probably gone because it was from the great C-word purge.
The great C-word purge. So, should we just have half each? Otherwise, we're
that
going to be
is,
in
enough
a
for me.
diabetic coma.
I really don't
Here's
want
a
to eat too
cube
much.
of...
So let's show it to you.
oh, God, they've melted.
It's pretty warm in here.
If you handed me that, I'd say, yeah, that's a Kinder bar. Mm-hmm. To taste. Ah.
Yeah, it's okay. Not as good, but it's
Doesn't
okay.
taste like a Kinder bar, but it's not dreadful.
It's not bad. Yeah. It's
Okay.
Not. The thing is, I never buy those Kinder bars for myself anyway, so that's not offensive
Kinder
to me.
Maxis, are they called?
No, that's like a Maxi pad. I don't think they call it that.
What the fuck? I think they literally do call them Kinder Maxis.
Why would they so small though? Why would that be a Maxi?
I don't know, bro.
I don't think that's right. Let's have a Nutella.
All right, here we go. These I've got
You know
high
what?
hopes for.
The aftertaste though, very cheap chocolate.
It's got that kind of almost like bitter. What's the word?
Palm oil taste. It's got a palm oil
Yes,
taste.
it does. You're very correct.
It's got a huge palm oil taste in the back. Oh, I don't want to buy stuff with palm oil.
Why do we keep killing orangutans to get the palm oil when palm oil tastes fucking dreadful?
Yeah, it doesn't taste good.
Who's eating
Oh,
palm
hang
oil?
on. Drop
What's
it.
up with her? What's she picked up? Is that a feather?
No, it's a piece of what looks like a magic sleeve.
You got a magic sleeve. Right. Listen, bro, we got this.
That's
this
a very small version.
is
Oh
the
no, it's the
cheapest
wafer.
I've ever.
Oh, no.
All this is, I think, is the other thing not covered in chocolate.
Yeah, it genuinely is. So if you look at the picture on the box, so you guys have probably seen, I think they're called like Nutella, genuinely like Nut and Go or something like that. They are like ridiculous names. But they look like them because they're quite wide, but then you look at the real thing they've got here and it's tiny.
Well, there's a square. I genuinely, we're going to do some science in a minute. I think these are the same thing. Okay, that wasn't awful. I remember the other one being way worse. That was... Okay, I don't like wafer biscuits. There's a biscuit in the UK called pink wafers, which are literally just wafers coloured pink.
Yeah.
They're vile. They're really disgusting.
That is okay. I'd never buy it again.
I would never...
I would never
it's
buy
got that
that.
same aftertaste, though.
It's not a pleasant aftertaste. Oh.
Who could have guessed that food from the cheap frozen...
Thing is though, right, I'm going to say this now. It was, I think, 30p more expensive to get real Kinder bars than the size bars there. And honestly, I would pay the extra
Oh,
30p.
100 times out of 100 times.
Right, so this is the one that gave us PTSD from earlier, the Chocolino minis.
Hell yeah, can't wait. I'm really glad we put ourselves through this on camera. And I know for a fact that when the video ends, guess who's got to eat all of this?
You.
It is the same shit. Oh my god, it's exactly the same. It's just this is covered in... I don't know if you
really
can even see that.
bumpy.
It's not even like covered in an artisanal layer of chocolate.
It's like really thin, it's got like patches on it.
It's got an exceptionally thin, untempered layer, so it's got all like...
Oh, it's unpleasant. Ah,
That's not good.
it tastes burnt.
It tastes better without the chocolate on it.
It tastes better without... It's the chocolate must be bad on it then. That's disgusting.
Real cheap, shitty chocolate, yeah. Okay.
Chocolino nutty bar.
I high hopes for this. I love a good Snickers.
Sam loves Snickers. It's true. I'm a Snickers hater.
You don't like being...
I don't like nuts.
There, that's what I was trying to
I
get
once
at.
made that joke to my trans friend. That she transitioned because she hates nuts. Because she does indeed hate a nutty treat.
They look dreadful again.
Well, you
They're
know,
missing the very
they haven't got the
essential-
cock vein.
Exactly
They
what I
have
was
not
about
got
to say, word
the.
for word.
Also, they've not got the. It's just caramel.
Oh, that's a real thick caramel.
It's like caramel with nut in.
Yeah. Oh no, that's bad too.
I can't even taste anything at all.
No. That's got like no flavour to it. Oh, God, Lord above. Oh,
It's unpleasant.
oh, so bad. Okay, next.
Chocolino peanut.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's
That is so bad.
really bad.
Do you want to get some milk for your tea so you can have a drink in between these? Get some out of
That's
your mouth.
really dreadful. Oh, it doesn't taste of anything.
Oh, no, it gets worse as you chew.
It feels like it's like chewing wood.
Okay, so here's your...
What fucking colour is that one? My favourite colour of M&M, grey.
It's delicious.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, luckily it's mostly peanut.
Yeah.
It just tastes like...
It just tastes like cheap chocolate on peanut.
It tastes like a cheap M&M.
You know what?
That is the most edible thing so far.
I agree.
Because they've
Alright.
got big old peanuts in them.
Peanuts are just okay.
So yeah,
It's hard to fuck up a peanut.
Yeah.
Oh, again, I wouldn't buy it. Like, you don't even really eat the M&Ms with peanuts in much anymore.
I like them a lot. It's just I also
They're really
know...
expensive.
Well, yeah, they're crazy expensive. And, oh,
I think those Snickers have actually killed him.
I've got a nut allergy.
He just stood on Mabel's toy.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, this is dread. This is a deeply unpleasant tea review to
This is
return
awful.
to.
This is awful. Right, salted caramel. Is it bad
It's gonna
time?
be the same thing but worse.
It's about time to say I really don't like cheap caramel.
Oh my god, this is...
I only ever liked caramel once in my life, and that was a very expensive chocolate.
Just
they
stand
had.
back so the light can...
There you go.
I don't know if you can see this. This has a suggestion of...
Oh, Mabel, no!
Mabel, no!
Mabel, no! It's poison!
No.
It's poison, Mabel!
It's poison for us, it's definitely poison
It's
for
not
you.
good for you.
Alright, you ready?
Sorry, let me move this camera back because
Oh, yeah, of
Mabel.
course.
Oh god,
You've really fucked this
the
up.
framing's so wrong.
Okay, I'm eating mine.
Okay, I'll guess I'll eat mine.
Oh, Lord above. Oh my god, Mabel, how do they keep fucking this up, little fella?
That is gross.
That...
It tastes like... No, honestly, I'll say this. If you like butterscotch popcorn, it's kind of got that flavour.
I see what you're saying. It's got the bitterness and almost kind of burnt taste.
It's not for me, but I think that's for someone.
I like salted caramel. I don't like that.
Oh, and ironically, I think this is for someone. I'd give a bag of these to my brother. I think he would like them. 'Cause he
It
loves...
does taste like it weirdly like butterscotch. I know what you mean. It tastes like butterscotch popcorn out of those red butter-kissed bags.
Yes. And if you like those... then it's
Not
really good
fresh
for you.
made stuff, like the stale stuff you get off the shelf.
Well, you know what? That's for someone. It's just not for me. Right, we're going to have the Chocolino Bites. Let me
Right,
open it up.
so in conclusion, there goes the fucking Iceland sponsorship.
Yeah, no, not getting one of those.
Oh, it's dreadful, isn't it? Why have we put ourselves through this?
I don't know. Why did they put... Right, I've cut through the sticker at the top of this, and it's glued shut. Why put a sticker? It's glued shut.
Oh.
What? I don't understand.
I don't understand. You're supposed to open it elsewhere, like at the front? Does it open up? Like a...
Now, do you see a place that opens up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right there.
Oh, it's in a little bag for lunch boxes. Okay.
That's the gorilla approach.
Oh, my mouth
That's
tastes
the
like...
gorilla approach.
It tastes like really cheap.
Cheap nut. You should
Cheap
be used
chocolate.
to that.
Way. Okay, this is actually like a little sandwich.
Oh my god, I used to get these in my lunchbox as a
Yeah.
kid.
They used to have
But they
similar
weren't
things.
this brand. Were they like Animal brand or something?
Maybe. They had a thicker layer of chocolate in
I
them, I'll say
really
that.
remember these. This
Me
is
too.
bizarre.
That's serviceable.
Man, it's not good though, is it?
No. Well, if I got this, like, right, when I was a kid, this is going to sound weird. If I got Rockies in my lunchbox, I would just give them to my friends because I didn't want them. I would give away chocolate when I was a kid because I was weird. I, like, really didn't like much sweet stuff.
The only one out of these
I would have eaten this.
The only one of these I would ever consider eating are the peanuts, because they're peanuts. Everything else that has gone into and around our mouths is fucking dreadful.
I would have these. I will eat these for you. How about that? I'll have the Chocolino bites. You know what they remind me of? Worse animal. You know, like the Cadbury animal biscuits. Where they had the biscuit with the chocolate at the bottom. In the shape of animals?
That's Nestle, mate.
Was it Nestle?
That was Nestle.
Was it?
That's the bad stuff. Yeah, they were like animal faces, like a monkey face, like textured, and then they'd have chocolate.
I thought there was a Cadbury version.
I don't think they were Cadbury. Cadbury did an animal bar,
I don't know, not animal bars.
which was squares.
I'm gonna look this up.
I know exactly what
I
you're
used to
talking
have
about.
them in
They
my
were
lunchbox. They're in small bags.
I used to have them in lunchboxes too.
Animal.
The healthiest food that you could put in a lunchbox. This is just maybe hungry for actual dinner. I skipped dinner to...
I was right, Cadbury animals.
Oh, they were fucking Cadbury. Oh, I take
told
back
you.
everything I've ever
I
said.
told you
They were Freddo, specifically. What the hell am I thinking of then? The ones in the green and white packets. Type in animal...
They're still a thing, apparently.
Of course they are. Let me... I would like to...
No, I'm trying to get it off. It's trying to load up on the app. What are you looking for?
I want to look up green and white animal... Green and white.
Yeah, I accidentally
animal
clicked, like, open it up on the
chocolate
Google app, and it's like, I'm
UK.
staying on Safari, mate.
Those are what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah, not those.
I was thinking of animal bars, which are literally just chocolate bars, I think.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking of those. I was thinking of the Cadbury animals.
Oh!
Yeah, you fool. Yeah, they remind me of those, but, like, less good. But honestly, if you were a kid, if you were in England and want Iceland, those are fine.
In conclusion, buying cheap stuff can sometimes be disappointing. Oh, mate, crack it open.
Let me get out a spoon.
How? No way can they fuck up chocolate spread. Can I see if it's got palm oil in it?
I think all of us got palm oil.
Oh my god, it's all Spanish. You bastards.
There's definitely got some in not Spanish, bro.
Oh, you
Yeah, palm oil is the third ingredient on this one.
Oh my god. So some Spanish
What is
people...
the point of palm oil? It's disgusting, man.
Some Spanish people killed the gorillas and the orangutans, and they packaged it into disgusting food to poison English kids with, so that they couldn't fly over there and be rude to wait staff on holidays.
Just don't buy anything with palm oil in if you can
Actually,
avoid
this one
it.
doesn't have palm oil.
Does it not?
Sugar, sunflower oil, whey powder, that's good. Fat-reduced cocoa powder. Fully hydrogenated palm fat.
There you go. I told you there'd be something
But
palmy.
it's between 6 and 1%.
Is it purely just because it's cheap? Is that why they put it in everything?
I think it's because you can get a lot out of a palm tree. Okay, well, it's separated on top, which isn't a problem. Still very edible. Shall I, like, lick the lid? Should we just take a little bit off the lid?
Let's take some off the lid.
This is fecal. It does not look like Nutella, to put it.
It's focusing on the middle. I'm trying to get it to come up. There we go.
It has a very fecal appearance to it, very much unlike Nutella. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, it's bitter.
Oh, it's not bitter. Are you crazy?
That is bitter.
Maybe to you. I like dark chocolate. It tastes like palm oil.
It's really horrible. It's cloying.
It's really
It's quite sour in the middle of the palate, and it ends on notes of gooseberries and elderflower.
I found a piece of rock.
A piece of rock in it.
No, it's probably not
That's
rock.
probably part of the rock that the orangutans threw at the diggers to stop them tearing down their houses. Found its way into the formula.
That is disgusting.
Oh, this is...
I can't... I'm gonna have to... Right, well, you know what I'm gonna have to do, though? When Paul comes over.
Give
yeah,
him it.
mate, do you want some chocolate spread?
Mate, listen, I was in the shop the other day and I know how much you love Chocolinos, Paul. So I bought you 16 different versions.
It's so bad. We bought this because we thought it'd be fun.
Can we take them all and like blend them and then freeze it and then chuck it in the bin? I was going to say, maybe make ice cream, maybe a milkshake, but I feel like it would just... I think
it would ruin the milkshake.
Exactly that. It cannot be used as an ingredient in anything, because I think it would ruin everything it touched.
My tongue like has a film on it now. Ugh.
It does, yeah. It leaves a really gross... it's greasy. It's all greasy.
Ugh. Like, because the thing is, like, we're both pretty big Kinder Bueno fiends. They are really good.
I love a Kinder Bueno.
I love a Kinder
I'm
Bueno.
not big into their full lineup, to be honest.
Oh, I am. I like it.
I love a Bueno and a Kinder Maxi Pad, or whatever the fuck they're called.
My mate has bought me some exclusive other country Kinder stuff to come.
Oh!
And I'm really excited.
Oh, mein Kinder! Oh.
I'm quite excited to
Kinder
try
means child, so it's probably a dreadful voice to say that all in.
Yeah.
Kinder Bueno is 2 different languages,
It
and
is.
I've never once...
I think I brought this up before to you. Do you remember why? It was in the airport when we were escaping Catalonia, and I think I brought it up there.
Kinder Bueno is it actually
Because they had like those weird Kinder Bueno cakes. Well, not Bueno cakes, but a Kinder cake.
Oh, but those were delicious though, man.
I hated it.
No, they were Milka.
Was it Milka?
I was Milka.
I know there was a load of Milka there as well.
That was the highlight of all the Spanish cuisine I tried.
We didn't try any Spanish
vending
cuisine.
machine Milka cake. Oh man, this is dreadful. I really feel terrible about having not only wasted my money but supporting the destruction of my fellow apes.
Yeah, but you're using an ape more.
I'm an ape fan, as an ape, and I'm a friend of apes, okay? I know Paul, and I've got a monkey on my mug, okay? I'm a big fan of apes. I like existence as an ape, okay? The biggest and the strongest of the apes, humans, arguably, okay?
Maybe not like physically strong.
Not physically, but conceptually, we're in charge, and we failed in ape conservatorship. Much like... I'm not going to say that. I was going to make a Britney Spears joke.
I knew you were going to make a Britney Spears
It just
joke.
felt gauche.
It is.
It just felt really gauche. And also
It's just,
really
like, unnecessary.
Dated. Just, like, really dated.
Oh,
really
God.
just vile. She is an ape, technically. Britney
I mean,
Spears
like,
is an ape.
Yes, all human beings are.
Well, that's what fucks me off about Planet of the Apes. I was thinking about this the other day when they're like, oh, apes together strong, we got to smash the humans. Fucking humans are apes. Humans are more closely related to chimpanzees than chimpanzees are to gorillas. So why the fuck are the chimps and the gorillas working together? Motherfucker needs to get our back. That chimpanzee needs to be helping us. A little violent, little horrible, sexually deviant shit. They need to be helping us out.
Why shouldn't the humans be helping the chimps?
Because the chimps are trying to kill the people in Planet of the Apes.
I don't remember because I haven't seen Planet of the Apes.
Have you not seen Dr. Zaius, who I think was an orangutan, to be fair? They're the furthest out related. Because apes, okay, 4 different. I'm giving you an ape lesson here. You're welcome to ape lessons with me, right? You got the 4 different taxonomies of ape. Don't think that's the correct term. You've got Pongo, which are orangutans, obviously. You've got gorilla, okay, which is Western gorilla and gorilla. My favourite type of gorilla, because it's twice the gorilla for half the price. Then you've got Pan, which break down into chimps and bonobos. Bonobos are the friendly ones, okay, who don't fight, they love. And then chimps will rip your fucking face off. Then you got people who also hate and love and rip faces off. We're the worst and the best of the apes. We're like the highs and the lows. Which is saying a lot, because chimpanzees, like, rip people's faces off. To say that there are some of us that are worse than chimps, who are 99.7% people, is quite bad.
I'm stood here, like, suffering.
Why do we not have chimps
with my mouth full of fucking chocolino, cocoa, and hazelnut spread.
Why don't we have...
Listening to you talk about monkeys.
Why don't we have chimps working for us? We could give them a little suit. I mean, to be fair, they do in films, right? Obviously. So that's not quite the same thing. But I mean, like, surely we can communicate with them. If we can get dogs to, like, roll over for a treat, for a laugh, surely we can get a chimp to do that. I just don't get it. Why is we started with monkey, we're ending with monkey. I might be the Jane Goodall of gamers, but Jane Goodall is the Jane Goodall of chimps. And I should ask her, why doesn't Chimp do my video editing for me, huh? If it's so clever. And that's why I'm not watching the new Planet of the Apes movie.
I wasn't going to watch it anyway.
Why?
Because I don't really care.
I think it's cool how they've trained all those chimps and made them fight.
That's true.
My nan, okay, it's a good story. So do you remember, it was like mid-2000s, so we are talking approximately 20 years ago, just to put this into perspective.
Okay.
There was a BBC One advert, and it had hippos swimming in circles in a pool.
Those are the best ads. They were like rather than ads, they were like cutaways for BBC One, right? They just swam.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So in between shows, it was kind of a transition clip.
Yeah, it was just
My
tell you
nan
what it was.
argued up and down that they trained the hippos to do that.
They were in tutus.
Because no, you can't do that with computers. Because this is when she thought computers were just games, because her entire exposure to computers were from me. And my exposure to computers in the year of our Lord 2003 was Age of Empires 2. So she didn't quite understand what computers is, and thought that they were she just could not believe it. She swore blind that they trained those hippos. And that's when I realised I should do a media studies A-level.
To be fair to her, she still doesn't have Wi-Fi in her house. She has
no.
not moved
she
past...
She will die not having...
I mean, your parents are trying to get her to have some out there, and she's just like, no.
Just to surveil her. Because she has...
she's old.
Real dementia moments.
Yeah.
So it's a horrible way to brand that, isn't it? Real dementia moments.
Yeah,
Sounds like...
But make it a hashtag and put it on TikTok.
I was going to say, it sounds like a sports game cutaway, doesn't it? We get them on, like, the Jumbotron. But no, like, I mean that sincerely. Like, real dementia moments. So they need to be able to keep an eye on her, just in case she does something that's incredibly dangerous to herself. She will not go in a home. She was like, I'll go in a home for a week to try it. And then she claims that she hated every single moment. So... I don't know what the problem is.
I doubt she remembers a single moment.
Because the second I get to the age of 43,
okay,
I'm going in a home and I'm going to get someone to wipe me with a sponge. Like the chimps do in the zoos. And I'm going to live my best monkey life.
You think they sponge bath the monkey?
Of course they do. They've got to keep them clean.
They can't clean themselves.
How? They haven't got water.
Bro, do you think they don't get the water?
Yeah, but they don't give them a fucking running shower, do they? They're not giving them Radox and a loofah.
You think the chimps in the wild have fucking Radox?
Of course they do. I've seen the adverts.
Wait, was it like a Radox advert? I don't remember which one it was.
Yes, it was. This was all a setup, you see, from the hippos to now. I'm so funny. I'm operating like so many levels above, and that's why I don't like the chimps. I don't want them working for me. They'd probably fuck it up. Be like, is that video done? And then they'd probably say, like, no, I needed to give my arms a break or something like that.
What are you saying? I don't understand. Do you like monkeys or do you not?
Can chimps drink tea?
Oh my fuck, no.
Because, no, this is a legitimate question. Like, I would assume they'd be affected like caffeine the same as we are.
Yeah, probably.
So you can, like, imagine how fucking crazy chimps are right now. Imagine if they had, like, tea.
Well, I imagine that, like, if they have, like, fermented fruits, they'd get drunk.
Like,
so.
fuck building Jurassic Park. If I was a millionaire, like David... what was it? It was his brother, John Attenborough. What's his brother called?
I don't know.
David Attenborough's the man who does the wildlife documentary, and then his brother runs Jurassic Park. That's true, you can look it up. If I was him, I'd get 1 million chimps on an island, and I'd be flying overhead in a helicopter, throwing out, like, Thai Fu, and, like, Lucozade and Red Bulls. And I'd be like, fucking go wild, you know? Christmas treat. A little baggy, you know?
What the fuck are you talking about?
And maybe they have, like, a full-on chimp society. First year, you give them, like...
Like the Red Bull advert.
First year...
They haven't got a Red Bull. And they build a society.
First year, you give them basic infrastructure, right? So you give them wells and maybe tools for maintenance. Okay, monkey see, monkey do. So you get a bloke in, you get like a local plumber. All right, lads, how's it going? And he'd go in and he'd show them how to maintain the well.
I mean, if you got any gammon, it'd probably be on the same level as
I'm
the chimps.
telling you, after 1,000 years, Chimp Island's going to be a metropolis. They're going to overtake us.
1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Chimp Island.
Chimp metropolis. Just think, year 2 we give them Fortnite, year 3 we give them TikTok.
This is like Nazi Island.
This is nothing like Nazi Island, which I need to clarify is not my idea.
That was Sean Locke.
That's a reference to a very old TV show.
Very old. It's like max 10 years old.
Yeah, probably. That's old, though, in the grand scheme of the internet. This is
It's
nothing
still
like
going.
Nazi Island, because he wants to do it like Love Island. I don't want to make Chimp Love Island. That's fucking weird.
No, it's not Love Island. It was supposed to be like the island with Bear Grylls. It was supposed to be like a survival situation where he brought back all the Nazis.
Bear Grylls is a fantastic name for a man who's a survivalist, because if he goes hungry and he's lost in the wilderness, he can just remind himself what he's called, and then he's set for food. I could Bear Grylls, and then all he's got to do is fight the bear, so it's an uphill battle. It's like the easiest part of the equation, to be fair. Why are you looking at me with your mouth agape?
I feel like thrown right now.
Why?
Because frankly, you don't do drugs, but you're giving me I'm on drugs energy right now.
I've got...
You got that sleep deprived.
I'm tired.
Craze.
I don't think I've had a proper night's sleep in about 3 months, whenever my hay fever started to get bad. I've never had bad hay fever my entire life.
Until this time round.
This year, I'm 24/7. I am unable to breathe, okay? It is dreadful. I genuinely think COVID might have knocked my immune system out.
Yeah,
and now I'm just
then
like...
you got it again in the middle of having your hay fever death.
And now I'm just like, I'm like hay fever. Like, I need to blow my nose right now. I'm just not doing it because it's horrible to have on the camera. I wouldn't want you to listen to sounds of me
You're going to put milk in your tea?
bodily fluiding, hence why we've just eaten 16 bags of Chocolino.
I feel sick.
Do you want to see monkey mode? Yeah, that's right. That's how strong I am. I can dip my fingers into lukewarm tea. You're goddamn right.
I actually despise you.
Why?
When we finish this episode, you're cleaning that up.
I'm not. I'm walking. I'm swinging away.
I'm gonna put this rubbish up your bell end.
What the fuck? That sounds like something Billy Butcher would say. If you don't hand over those files, I'm gonna stick this rubbish right up your bell end, sunshine.
The thing is, he wouldn't say bell end though. He hasn't said bell end yet. That I
Right
remember.
up your knob piece.
He'd say something weird.
It's like so close to being right, but then...
But it's just weird. It's just off. The thing is, right, the problem is that he's got all these family members. They all live in America now for some reason, yet they all speak, like, in the bad British accent.
All they needed was a fucking 2-second throwaway line, episode 1, where he was like, what's your accent? He's like, I've been living in America a long time. You can't rub off on me or whatever.
You just said the C word now.
You're editing this, so I don't care.
Oh, God. But yeah, the thing is, right... Oh, God, I forgot about the line that Yui said in season 1 about that. Oh. The one where he talks about how C words are good.
I never understood why that's an insult. Because they're moist and warm and accommodating, and it's like, ugh.
I want to kill myself.
Like, I get the point is that Huey has character development. He goes from being Weasley little awful nerd to cool guy.
He's still
allegedly.
an awful person.
He is.
This is the thing, right? Like, going back to the boys now, because I've got, like, lots of things to say about
So I'll
these
start thinking of the
characters.
next chimp topic to divert us back over to.
No. Like, I don't like Yui very much. I
Yui.
think that Yui kind of sucks, and he was never good. And I know that some people might find that kind of sacrilegious. Only some people.
I don't believe there is any character in the show that is good. I think that's not the point of the show.
I think that there's no character that's 100% good, but I think that the one that is the most good is probably just Starlight.
She did kill a man to steal his car.
Yeah, I know.
And she's also been complacent to mass murder and corruption.
I mean, she did, like, do the whole V heist in the middle of season... Like, was it season 1 or season 2?
Sure.
Like, as soon as she found out about stuff like this starting to happen, she started moving behind the back of the company.
But this is the internet.
But she had, like, fear of death.
You can't do some good things and some bad things, because the only things that stick with you are the bad things. Unless you're apparently PewDiePie who gets to retire in Japan in a mansion. I don't know how that's worked.
Oh my God.
I was thinking that earlier.
Yeah, honestly, like, this is why I don't... right, I'm not going to talk
Don't-
about
no,
politics.
no,
I'm not gonna talk about
no
politics.
internet.
No politics.
No American culture war on this channel, please.
Yeah, people know what side I'm on. Anyway, let's...
It doesn't matter what side you're on.
With the characters and the boys, like, the thing with Yui is that he's, like... There's that moment when Starlight and Barnacle... I'm never going to remember his name. But he
Butcher.
sucks. He sucks. His name is fucking Barnacle. Barnacle is, like... just the worst human being ever in, like, most situations. Like, and then there's Starlight, who has, like, done one bad thing at this point besides not stop Homelander because she'd get lasered in half. So, like, at that point she'd killed that guy, and then they're like, afterwards, oh, he's too good for us. And it's like, Barnacle cannot be on the same level as Starlight on the not good enough for us Huey thing, especially when Huey sucks. Huey's terrible. He spent like all of season 1, I think half of season 2, just straight up lying to Starlight constantly. Also killed multiple people, so he's not free on that one. But he's like, but I feel bad about it. But Starlight doesn't feel bad, so she's worse.
There's no protagonist in the show. I don't believe that. I think they're all in their own way pretty awful people. Arguably, MM is the one that's
MM is like
above board. He is still a government agent doing off-the-book stuff.
MM is like difficult, like, because I feel like he has. But this is part of his character, and it is like kind of acknowledged in the plot that he has to be the most straight-laced one out of the group.
Yeah.
It's like he feels like he has to be, and he hates that he has to be, because he also has his own like bad urges that he wants to, work within, and he overcomes those in the most recent episode we watched in a way. But him not being able to sort of do the things that his companions can. Yes, okay.
You're not supposed to acknowledge it. It's just
it's acknowledged in his story that. Because he ends up being the one that has, like, less depth in the group. He didn't get anything, really, besides his family. He's trying to figure out how to drink his tea.
I don't know how to drink out of the monkey. Did you put it, like... It's got a lip all the way around. No matter where I drink it, it's just going to siphon off.
Do you want me to get you straw?
Could I have a straw for my monkey, please?
Yeah, he's just...
Don't worry about the boys. We got to get back on the important stuff here.
Don't tell me more about monkeys, or I'm leaving the video.
Now, should we play it off as that? Because it's 41 minutes.
Sure.
So let me tell you about Chimp. The video is ending. Fuck off now. The video is ending. Fuck off now. Go outside, Matthew, and Dale too. And little Scoot. You fucking...
Poo.
Poo. Nice, nailed it. Right, fucking turn it off.
Okay.